Welcome to Work the Left Side. We are back for episode 2 of Royally Rumbled. And as you can see, we have an extra face this week. And oh, what a face. It is the one, the only Wing Commander Nash.
Oh, me.
And hey, as always, I am joined by the awesomeness. That is DJ King and Bobby Cash. Gentlemen, are we all good?
Oh, yes. What a week. What a fucking tiring week. What a tiring month it's been since we last did this. Or was it a month? I don't even know. January's far too long.
It was. I think it was literally only 2 weeks ago.
No, it couldn't have been. It's been January for at least 6 weeks.
Agreed. January the 572nd today.
Our bank feels like it, yeah, unfortunately. But yes, we are back. We are obviously last time we had the first ever Rumble, the 20-man Rumble, won by Hacksaw Jim Duggan. We are now at the 30 people. It should feel like a Rumble. We've got 30 people. There's countdown. There's buzzers. There's still no music though.
Yeah, so weird that there's no music.
Weird. Yeah.
At least for the first two get music.
Yes, they do. Yes, because I burst out laughing at the first two.
Hey, the first two. This was the first one mentioned by our good friend of the podcast and a big fan of ours, Crowbar.
Oh,
it was. Yeah, Crowbar getting in touch and letting us know that this is one of his favourite opening spots to a Rumble of all time. He listens to this show. He definitely does. We love you, Crowbar.
Yeah.
Mr. Nash.
Yo.
Just going to throw it out there. I don't know if you saw the last show, we all did a little predictions of best and worst and things like that, and then when we get to the match, we're going to come back to it and see if we still agree. Do you want to have a go at doing this and give 100%. Us your gut feelings? Okay, 100%. So I need you to calm your mind, clear your mind, and give me a straight answer, straight up. Winking Eye and Nash, what is the best Rumble?
1989.
I like it. Cheap plug. What is
no, I lied. 2000.
What is the worst? Oh, 2000. That's what DJ King said.
Yeah, 2000 is the greatest in the world. The Hardy Boys, Cactus Jack and Triple H.
No, the
Rumble,
match.
not
the match.
Oh, for fuck's sake! They're all.
We only
great,
review
right?
the matches. We don't give a shit about anything else.
Oh,
give a shit about Street Fight's one of the greatest matches of all time.
Yeah, watch that today on my dinner break.
Watched it last night. Still hopeful.
Okay.
Greatest Rumble of all time. I'll tell you what, right?
Start again, Nash. Ready. Best Royal Rumble.
What was the one that John Cena returned and literally stood and did that and Triple H?
2008.
There you go. I lost my little mind when that happened.
Yeah, 37 years old or 27 years old.
Yeah.
What is the worst Rumble?
The one where Kenny Omega never appeared. So all of them so far.
Every one of them.
Every one of them until Kenny appears and his music plays.
What's the most overrated Rumble?
The greatest Royal Rumble ever when they flew out to fucking Saudi Arabia and did that shenanigan.
Does anyone actually rate that? What's the most
canon because it's its own separate pay-per-view, but it's still the greatest Royal Rumble ever, but it never has been the greatest Royal Rumble ever, has it?
It's on the Royal Rumble Wikipedia stats page.
Oh my, coming at me with figures and fixtures like that.
Mm-hmm.
Good lord. But yeah, any of those couldn't give a toss
what's the most underrated Rumble? Which one do you really like?
93.
Yeah, 93. 100%. Just it was there on the cusp of my tongue.
What's the best finish to a Rumble?
The best finish to a Rumble? This one in 83. I mean 89. Honest answer, the finish for the 89, I didn't see it coming. I was like, why is that person there? Nothing's going to happen here. He's a good person. Not what will happen. Shenanigans.
I like it. But what's the best elimination?
Anything that Kofi Kingston... Oh, no, tell like Santino Mariella in any Rumble ever.
Yeah, I like it. And what's the best spot or an angle that was in a Rumble match?
Ooh. Kofi Kingston thinking he'd make his continuous run to like not land on his feet, but then fucking up and landing on his feet. That was the best spot ever.
I love it. Good answers. Good
Thanks.
answers.
Thought about them myself. Just now. Live in the shed.
So, Mr. Cash, I'm sure you have all the lists and the statistics of entries.
I have the entry list. Yes, I have the order. So
I've been a good boy. See that?
Look at that! Look at
like
them
that, Bob.
notes. Look at them notes.
Wow.
Love that. Hey, he's putting me out here. He's putting me out.
Come on,
Are
team.
you just screenshotting or are you doing photographs?
No, I'm not
Photographs,
doing
sir? I've just deleted it all. Oh no.
I'm literally playing it silently.
I just he's just going. We're up to order. I got to let her fast forward at least 36 seconds to the next entrant. Can I sling this to TV? I bet I can. Watch this.
That's flipping brilliant. It's so funny.
I can't send it to TV. I'm fucking heartbroken. Bollocks.
So just quickly, so they've gone from it being a TV special, 20 men, and then the next year they've decided to put it on pay-per-view and make the match bigger. So would you consider this the first real one?
Yeah, because there's already been one.
I know. But
it can't be more real than the first one. They didn't go.
Actually, is technically right, even though the first one doesn't feel like when we watched it, we all said the same thing. It didn't feel like a Rumble, not like the way we've learned to it. You know,
I see where you've learned. But if that were your first ever WWF Rumble, you'd have gone like that. It's like learning that WrestleMania is going to be 3 days. You're excited, but you're also fucking gutted at the same time.
No one's got that much time for wrestling.
No. Want a WWF weekender? No, mate. I've got a pension to plan. What the fuck? I ain't got 3 days worth of shit. Just bang it all out first night and send us home happy. We're a TikTok generation. We want matches like that and show over.
WrestleMania should be an hour and a half tops. That's it.
Exactly. And not a fucking 3:30 morning.
okay, so we kick off with number 1, Axe, and number 2, Smash.
I think you'll find glittery body dad and your dad's glittery bodied brother, aka your uncle, fighting over a pig in blanket because fucking glorious shiny bodies.
Fuckers knocking shit out of each other to start the Rumble, and
Yeah.
zero complaints.
Do you want to knock me? I'll knock you as well. Shall we knock each other? Fair dues.
I have a bit of a problem with this.
What's that?
In the logical sense of
Oh no.
in reality, why would they not have just waited?
Because
Spirit of competition.
You could say, hang on, you could say the same thing about why the Hardys in the 2001 Rumble, why they go at each other straight away. It's not about these. Remember, these two as well are the tag team champs. So as far as it goes, as a tag team, they are literally at the top of the pile as this match comes on. So it's about who's going to win the Rumble. It's about throwing everything out. And it literally shows from the beginning of the match that this is every man for himself.
Mm.
There's no better way of showing it's every man for themselves than by saying, oh, well, yeah, here's the tag team champions. And they're going to knock shit out of each other because winning the Rumble is that important. I think personally, having these two start was genius because it does show the importance of the Rumble. That it doesn't matter that these two are a tag team, and not only a tag team, but the tag team champions, and yet they're still willing to go to work on each other because winning the Rumble is that big of a deal.
The thing is, though, is like, would you? I'm not saying that they didn't have to not fight each other at all, but would you not have thought maybe we should work together, throw people out, and then we can go at it?
No, brother. The poster says no partners, 30 opponents.
Well, that's me done, isn't it?
Thanks. You put that in your file of facts, and remember next time.
But, thanks to entrance number 3, they did start to work as a team. Which we had the big boy, the biggest of the boys. We had the giant, not Paul.
With his Undertaker entrance.
The OG giant.
The OG giant, yeah, exactly.
Yes, number 3, Andre the Giant, who immediately gets in the ring and starts leaning.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, in his defence, he did get double clotheslined by Axe and Smash and had no choice but to fall on floor.
I mean, like, Andre's got 3 signature moves. He's got that double underhook suplex. He's got getting himself tied up in the ropes to sit down, and he's got lean on the ropes. Like, they are Andre's moves.
Yeah, but you're going to do a double underarm suplex in the middle of a rumble, you psychopath.
He's got to stand as well. Stand on chest. Step over.
Stand on chest.
This is all I'm going to do for this entire show. Look, there he is. He's made his entrance.
Has Nash got all 30 participants?
No.
Not then.
If you've got Ron Bass, you need a hobby.
Can you imagine if I did? Like, as it turns out, lads, I've just knocked this up on my 3D printer just for tonight. No, unfortunately, couldn't do it all, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Check this out. Sam Houston.
Bandana.
I didn't know Hebner. He was looking lovely intense at ringside.
And then, yeah, so obviously Axe and Smash team up on Andre, but he goes down, so they can't get him up. And then number 4, Kurt Hennig. This is not Mr. Perfect.
In trunks, no less. That just.
I know. Mr. Pack the wrong bag.
Can I just say something as well? I was watching the 2002 where Hennig comes back, and Jim Ross gets something ridiculously wrong.
I know what this is because I watched this Rumble recently. He says it's his first Rumble.
No, he doesn't. He says he was the first Rumble he was in was '93.
Oh yeah, he does, and he wasn't. He was in this one.
He's in this one.
Yeah.
I've got it on in the background, doing the dishes, and I just went, "Fuck you, Jim Ross, you're wrong." To no one. If you watch
you ain't shit, Jim.
And also, thanks for watching.
He doesn't watch. He doesn't watch. We don't have any naked girls on there, so Jim Ross ain't watching.
Jim Ross hates fucking wrestling. You can just tell.
Nash, I wanted to ask as well.
Yeah.
Why did you want to do this match?
Because I love this era of wrestling. There's not much to forget, is there? Punch, kick, signature, crowd taunt. Bushwhackers love a crowd taunt mid-rumble. It's colourful big people in it. It's not small people or out-of-shape people. I mean, I'm out of shape, but put myself in that box. But I'd much rather look like Marty Jannetty did then and not now. Do you know what I mean?
Who are your guys
from this era?
Mm.
I'd love to say Hulk, but it's not. But it would have to be. We'll just for instance, oblong armed. There's too much colour and joy to be had. It's just everyone's a joy to have. I mean, can you tell me that the big boss man doesn't look like Jack Turner if Jack Turner had hair, right? You know what I mean? He's just the men are just massive and like, yeah, Fedu's like Andre does some wonderful stuff during his attempts. When he gets tied up into ropes, big pop because all of a sudden his feet become capable of flipping men off with one hand. I mean, with one toe. They're just big fucking people, big wrestlers. I'm not slagging off Brit wrestling, nobody being massive anymore. But when you do see a big person on the card, you're genuinely like, oh, it's nice to see. So I like all of this. Even Damien the Snake with his unannounced, was he a legit contender to enter that Rumble? I mean, where did that get ticked off? Do you know what I mean?
Eliminated by a snake. We were saying, obviously, compare this one to last year. Well, obviously, we'll do it in more in depth later. But it's like I said last time. 1988 Rumble. The WWF are in this real weird transition period between WrestleMania 3 and WrestleMania 5,
right,
where no one's quite. I was saying basically, no one's got their Hasbro gear yet.
Yeah, there's
the one where like they're immortalized in their gear, like Mr. Perfect, like we were talking on. He looks weird.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how long it was until he switched it up, but he looks really small. I don't know how a singlet can make you look bigger, but it did.
It'll be the angles of the singlet. Do you know what I mean? It's just truly bizarre. Just the stuff I'm pulling out now is just taking piss.
The singlet, the hair. His hair wasn't as long, and it just, I don't know, you're right, he looks like he's in the weird trend. He's not Mr. Perfect, even though they're calling him that. At this point, he's still Kurt Hennig.
Yeah.
And he has transitioned into being the real Mr. Perfect. There's no towel, there's no chewing gum, and all that is iconic of Perfect. So I think here, we're closer to where we need to be, like WrestleMania 5. But we are still in that transition period here, because obviously you've got certain guys who have now found their iconic Hasbro looks. You've got Demolition. You've got Andre's wearing the singlet with the one strap. You know, it's guys are starting to find their feet at this point, but not everyone.
Yeah. Actually, now that I remember it, I will point out that Perfect is wearing a singlet at WrestleMania 5. So that's 2 months. So he's cracked it.
Well, he probably got back after that Rumble and somebody went, "You fucking shit in trunks, get a singlet on." You know what I mean? And he's like, "Oh, fair dues."
Scott Hall just rang him.
Hey, kid, drop the pants.
Hey, Perfect.
Put the fucking trunks.
Did your daddy tell you to wear them pants, kid? Get them fucking bin.
So, Smash, gone.
Yeah, weird. Just
as soon as Perfect comes in, Smash is gone.
Body glitter and all.
Right, because I didn't actually see the elimination.
Smash was sent out by Andre after Andre had spent the majority of time looking everybody in the face, going, "I'm blowing," and choking them out.
Yeah, and then there's just a couple of 5 is Rugged Ronnie Garvin, 6 Greg Valentine.
Yep.
I don't really think anything happens in between those.
Greg drops a couple of saucy elbows on the head, and then decides, "You know what, lads? I'm in it for a while. I'll just back off a smidge, let you lot find each other." I thought he cut his chin open at one point.
I wonder whose idea it was to be Greg Valentine, the fucking Iron Man of this Rumble.
It's probably Gorilla Monsoon calls him Greg the gas tank for a rib, so it was probably his idea.
Greg the gas tank, fucking hell. So, "Hey, I'm Greg the gas tank. You on regular or would you like full?"
We just shout out the commentary team be slightly better this time round than last time.
Oh my days, 100%. Now I just want to throw out there, I think Gorilla Monsoon is great. Like, everyone seems to slag him off loads, but I think he's dead good.
I love him.
Do you know what? I had a conversation with my brother-in-law earlier on this week. He said that Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan are probably one of the most overrated commentary teams, and I was like, there's a reason I'm not going to let you marry my brother, you piece of shit. How fucking dare you say this to me? How can you? Do you know what? And Bob, you'll react. He said that the commentary for '92 did his fucking head in.
Oh man, I'm getting mad.
Don't get him a spare chair at Christmas for that fucking dinner.
He's sitting at the kids' table at fucking Christmas, mate. That's where he's sitting.
See, the thing is, when Gorilla was commentating with Vince or JR or I don't know, Stan Lane or something, he wasn't very good. But Bobby Heenan brings him up, and Jesse as well.
Jesse does as well.
Yeah, you can't. Jesse also brings. I think Gorilla needs a good heel commentator to bounce off. So you put him in with someone like Vince, who, as we said on the last show, worst fucking commentator of all time. You know, he's got nothing to feed, whereas Bobby Heenan and Jesse Ventura are fucking perfect in their roles.
Yeah. And
they feed him the best possible lines. And because a lot of the best stuff from Gorilla is his reactions, the way he reacts. So you need someone there to react off. So that's why him and Jesse on this one, 10 times better.
Can we just say, I just want to point out, we'll get to it later down, but if I forget at that point, Tito comes out at some point. Jesse does the whole Chico thing again, and straight away Gorilla's like, Tito Santana. Calls him on it straight away. Wash.
Just forgot that it wasn't his actual name.
Oh, your name's actually T. Oh, I'm sorry, mate.
You were saying last time in '88, Vince just let it slide. He kept calling him. He just agreed with Jesse all the time, didn't he? But this time, Gorilla was like, "No, Tito, Bosch."
Honestly, I think it's because Vince McMahon doesn't listen to anyone else in the match when he's commentating. He can't hear anyone else.
His mind's just going in.
He's just not interested in what anyone has to say.
Well, look what that got him. You know what I mean?
So afterwards, we did have, was it Jake in at 7?
Yeah,
correct.
I thought he was looking mega jacked on his entrance. It just turned out it was good lighting as he started to make his way down there. I was like, I don't remember Jake looking that chiseled. And then he got
Nick, I believe you've got some things to say about Jake in this match.
Yeah, I'm fuming. After we basically dubbed him, him and Brett, I believe, were like the MVPs of the last of '88. I think those two kind of stood out to us. And I was like, right, Jake's in. Business is going to pick up. And yeah, pretty much gone within a couple of minutes.
Andre got a tight grip of him, didn't he?
I'm going to say he comes in and Andre grips him by the head, and Jake is immediately throwing punches, and Andre's just no-selling that shit. And then just the top rope. He's just got him. He's like, no, fuck you, Jake. You ain't going nowhere. It's the polar opposite of the last one for Jake, because Jake came in the first one, House of Fire. The first elimination was by Jake.
Yeah.
Constantly for the DDT. Again, like we said, he never hits it, but the reaction just from him calling for it. And then in this, he comes in, and for lack of a better way of putting it, he's Andre's bitch for the entire
100%.
It's probably because he's gone up to Andre in the back and said, "So what do you want to do with this snake?" and Andre's gone, "You can basically go fuck yourself." Because he's literally, I mean, Andre, we should say, he throws out Ronnie Garvin at some point. You know, who cares? Had he been the NWA champion by this point yet? Anyway, and then obviously Jake comes out. Jake comes in. Jake gets thrown out, and then he does that thing. I want a consensus here, guys. When a wrestler is thrown out and they come back in and throw someone else out. I know technically he doesn't throw Andre out, but how do you feel about that?
I've done it multiple times, so don't fucking come for me.
There's no rule in the Rumble that says you can't get back in and launch someone out.
Perfect.
And if the refs aren't going to move the fucking guy on, then that's on the refs.
Yeah. Or you take the ref, you throw them in the ring, and then you fucking throw them over the top rope, and then they're an additional number. They're getting in trouble by promoter, and you've eliminated an extra person. Win-win.
We'll remember this when we get to 96.
Yeah. I was going to say, so Austin, yeah, the Final Four house show was pointless.
Austin won that Rumble. Austin should have made event.
Oh no, I'm talking about 96, the year before that, with Vader.
Big van.
Do you not know? Well, I won't spoil it. We'll get there.
Oh,
I won't spoil. You know what I'm talking about. If you know, don't say. But we'll get there.
30 years ago, guys. But you know.
So after Jake, Shawn Michaels coming down pretty close afterwards.
We got Ron Bass.
We got Ron Bass, yeah.
Ron Bass, part of Jeff Jarrett's band. Ron Bass. And then Shawn, yeah.
Young Shawn, blonde hair Shawn, happy Shawn.
Skinning the cat as well at some point. He skinned the cat at some point as well.
Pass as well, Aaron. Possibly the most generic 80s trunks. Black trunks with horseshoes on the side.
I noticed that. Just 2 horseshoes stitched on, loose stitched as well. I was like, oh, they'll tear. Good grip of them, they're gone.
Oh, I can't afford a seamstress. Oh, sack it, I'll just do it myself.
I want 2 horseshoes right on my ass. Just there.
Like you say, Shawn skins the cat. A young Dolph Ziggler makes notes.
Yes, 100. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. When you watch young Shawn and you say Dolph Ziggler, now fucking hell.
I just must say, this the skin the cat spot. I hate it.
I'm just gonna say that I can't remember what Rumble it is, but that Rumble in like the late noughties, early tens, where everyone in the fucking match skins the cat, including Big Show.
It was. I will tell you which one it was.
Go on.
2013.
What the fuck, Bob? Do you just have a WWE census there?
No, I'll tell you why. Because I'd been at HXC, yeah?
Right?
And then we went to the after party, which was the Rumble 2013, and Ziggler was 1, Jericho was 2, and they were both in it until like the final 4, and he did it about 40 times. It was painful. Like it means nothing.
In 2013.
I'm just going to start skinning cat in every match I have now for no reason other than just to wind Bobby up. I'm going to look you dead in the eye. Fucking here it comes, lad.
If you skin the cat, I'll let you do the raffle for life.
Before James has fucked it. Once you finish it next show, skin the cat. And then get DDT like a dickhead.
And then I'm sure there's some more eliminations in here somewhere.
There's a couple of Andre sends out Jake, doesn't he? Ron Bass, he gets eliminated by Shawn Michaels. And then after Shawn Michaels, it is Butch.
Not Pete Dunne.
Not Pete Dunne. That would be weird as fuck. Not even born yet.
Pete Dunne beats that machine.
We've got Butch and then the honky tonk man coming down in the least honky tonk attire. He's honky tonked in.
Oh no, hang on, you've just forgot something though. After Butch, Jake comes back out immediately with Damien.
Oh yeah, like with house on fire. Fucking have me lizard. Yeets his rather large used condom into the ring. Andre's like, fuck this, time for 12 beers, and then gets out of the ring and makes a scuttle for it. And then Snake's just casually chilling out while there's still spots going off. I'm like, Damien, what a worker. Fucking take a back body drop, mind the Snake. Fucking Damien's like, oh, fucking hell. Nobody call that, you fucking straw. MVP at fucking Rumble.
And then it's literally just a ream of people. So like you say, Butch, Honky Tonk Man, Tito, Bad News Brown.
Bad News Brown comes in. Yep.
Like Bad News Brown is the most. He literally could not give a shit about anything.
It's because bad news is there.
News won the first battle royal I ever remember, which was at WrestleMania 2.
Yeah.
It's like, and him and Brett are the last two in the match.
No, that's 4, WrestleMania 4.
Sorry, 4, yeah. Well, Bad News won that, didn't he?
Yeah, and Brett broke his trophy.
Yeah. Once again, Bret Hart, sore loser. We should have known back then.
The thing is,
screwed Brett.
the thing is with the Bad News Brown is it's not bad news for everyone else. It's bad news for him because he's got to go out and wrestle.
Oh,
it's like bad news.
Your fucking handbag on that table, Bobby.
Bad news, Mr. Brown. You got to go out and do some work.
Do you reckon he got offended as well when Vince changed his name to Brown? He was Bad News Alan.
Oh, he was, wasn't he?
Like,
God, I hadn't even thought of that.
Bad News Alan sounds like such a cunt in the office. You know what I mean? Oh,
I'm going to be Bad News Brown, and then Vince just goes.
Here's Bad News Alan. He's not replaced the tea bags.
Got some bad news, Alan. You're doing late shift, and there's only you on. Don't follow the production machine.
You've got to work this weekend, Bad News Alan.
Tracy's cockfolding sick. You're gonna have to stay till Sunday, but don't worry, I'll give you time in lieu in 2023.
Brett, I tell you what though, if you don't know if you've read his book, but Bret Hart loves him.
Yeah,
he must be a nice guy. He just can't be bothered working because he never loses. In Bad News Brown never loses either. He always loses by count out. Because he just thinks, I'm clocking out now. I've done my time in lieu.
I need to get counted out. I need to get over to the factory. I've got 4 shifts to cover.
Did this link to the Piper match, or was that the next Rumble?
No, that's WrestleMania 6 next year.
No, are you sure? Because I'm sure
Yeah.
Alan and Rude. It's not Alan and Rude. Alan and Piper go at it. Is it this one or the next one?
No,
Next
Piper
one.
has an in-ring segment at 5, and he blackfaces at WrestleMania 6.
Oh,
It's
yes.
faces.
Well, half and half, yeah. Which he didn't tell Bad News Brown about.
No.
It's so bad. So
I'm going to rewatch that after this. I'm just going to sit here with my cup. And I turn Tassimo on, make a coffee like that. Fucking
I mean,
hell.
that's what I've been up. Like, I watched this, and then I watched WrestleMania 5, and then just making my way through them now.
Oh.
After Bad News Brown, what have we got?
14 is Marty. So
Marty Jannetty,
nothing
looking
really
young
to
and
say.
happy as ever.
And then
and
number
then-
15,
Macho Man.
the World Wrestling Federation champion,
Running
Randy
like
Savage.
a psychopath. Goggles on, bandana on. Everyone gets a cheeky little headlock and a dig. And then he flings his shit off and then starts unleashing more hell with his up fists.
This is when I thought the Rumble took a real big step up when Savage came in, because it was a fun start with Demolition and Andre, and then it kind of went in a little bit, especially when Jake was throwing out so quick. And then there's like 5 or 6 guys who were just a bit like whatever, and then Savage comes out, and it's like, right, here we go.
Business picked up.
I'm literally watching Savage. He runs to the ring like a fucking madman.
Doesn't he?
Puts Warrior to shame, the speed he gets going down there. And then he gets Bad News Brown like Brown owes him money.
Thing is, you have to remember.
I don't know what Bad News has done, but he gets him in that headlock, gives him a
Oh, bad news, Ellen. I'm coming for you. You're going to trip your head.
Someone told him that he has to make first base. He thought it was baseball. That's why he ran so fast.
Fucking.
Like he was running to slap Tony Wilson. That's how fast he was going.
And then
he slept.
Just to confirm that wrestling is in fact a work. 16 is Arn Anderson, and 17 is Tully Blanchard.
What are the odds, eh?
What are the odds?
Brainbusters are one after the other.
Axe and Smash, Arn and Tully. So you got the Brainbusters, who they work over Savage a bit, do a little bit of this, bit of that, and then number 18, who comes out at 18? Hulk Hogan.
When it comes crashing down, and nobody gives a fuck. Do.
See, as a kid, I said this last time. As a kid, I was more Savage than Hogan. So to me, this was just Hogan coming out and stealing fucking Savage's spotlight once again.
100%.
Just fucking the world champs come out there and he's been like a house on fire, and then fucking Hogan.
No, it felt to me like, sorry, my food's repeating. Hogan comes out and then treats the whole situation legitimately like a wrestling school trainer. And he's going, right, kids, today we're doing rumbles. And then he's like, I'm here now, I've had enough of you. Fuck off. Oh, brother, oh, fuck off. He was just like casually going, no, I don't want you in here with me. Don't want you in here. We're moving on to the faster pace of the show now. We know you've had your 7 minutes to fuck around. My turn.
I don't mind that one big guy coming in and throwing out like a load of people, because you've got to clear the pool at some point.
Yeah.
But why does it have to be him?
It's Hogan, isn't it? He's the face of the company.
Let someone else do it and put him over.
Bad News Alan cunt.
He's a cunt. Sorry, bleep that.
Okay, no.
40 minutes and 12 seconds of the recording.
Can't wait. I'm going to find
that.
him and his family members on social media. I'm going to go, have you heard what this lad said about Bad News Alan?
You said it.
No, he said he called. You said he was a cunt.
Yeah, Bobby. He'll be having his family coming for me.
I don't mean it.
Some bad news, Bobby. They found me.
Okay, right. Okay. One thing. Go on, Nick. Go on, DJ.
For a second, then, Bob. You said, like, if it wasn't Hogan, who else would it have been?
Savage.
Me, there was only 2 other options: Savage and Warrior.
This is the thing that
really
annoys me.
People at that time, you could have been believable to do it. And then, yeah, and obviously Hogan's not going to let either of them have his fucking spotlight at this point.
Like, Savage is the world champion. Let him do it. Like, literally him. Like, he's the guy. Let him come out, throw over loads of guys, and yeah, he's supposed to be. Let him throw loads of people out, and then Hogan can come out and they can have a little bit of a face off.
I want to see more champions in Rumble matches now. I don't want him sitting all pretty going, oh, I'll have my match, and then, I'll take on the winner of the Rumble at such and such a Mania, insert trendy name there. I want to see them go, right, I've just had an awful fucking session in a cage. I feel battered, but I better get in there because I'm number 7 in the Rumble. And I
agree. I completely agree with this. Why, just because you got a match on earlier in the show, why are you not in it later?
Exactly. Like
they used to do that.
If you're the champion and you win, you get to pick a stipulation for the match at insert name Mania. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, right, lads, I've won Rumble. Fuck you. Come WrestleMania, first to make a decent cup of tea wins. Game over. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they did this in 2020.
I was going to say, they do like with Roman, where Roman had to go in and basically defend the belt in the Rumble.
That's my God,
that's 2016.
Was that 2016? What's
2020? Brock Lesnar is the WWE champion, and he enters the Rumble at number 1, and he eliminates the first 13 people by himself.
And he was the champion at that point.
Yeah, because he wanted to pick his own. He wanted to do his own thing.
I completely forgot that he was actually the champ. I just assumed he was just in the Rumble.
Yeah, is that the one where he MVP started to run around him in a circle, and Brock Lesnar was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. Anyway, that's 20 years from now.
Wow.
30 years from. That's 30 Rumbles from now.
30 years.
Can I point out, Arn hits a very sweet looking spine buster, as only Arn can at some point during this Rumble. And then Tully just drops an elbow from out of nowhere, just like, oh, Tully. Yes.
Hogan takes bandana, chokes Bad News Brown with it.
Yeah. Risk it. No tea. No Hogan.
I'd like to present to the court evidence Exhibit A.
That wasn't him. That was Terry Bollea. Fucking hell, get it right.
19 is Luke.
The
20
dream team.
is Coco Beware.
Coco Beware, and then we have the Warlord.
As a kid.
And how does the Warlord's Rumble 89 go, Nash?
Goes great, is he? Let me ask him. 1 second. Just, you love. How do you feel it went? Yeah, it wasn't bad. Are you sure? Did you enjoy yourself? Yeah, we're pretty cool. Lovely. There we go. We've asked. We've done.
For 20 long years.
See, look at it this way. He was on telly almost every fucking year afterwards because he always showed that clip.
I mean, if you're going to be immortalised, you might as well do it that way.
Yeah, he got he probably got the easiest payday out of everyone else in the Rumble.
After 100%. Jake, well, him, then Jake, probably.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful.
Easy payday. He got the shit choked out of him for the majority of his time.
Do you know what I mean?
I think we should talk about then, because I think it's around this time, the biggest spot of this whole match. Randy Savage is leaning over the ropes, trying to eliminate. Was it Arn and Tully?
Yep.
At the same time? Hogan does this thing where, and this will be a recurring theme, by the way. We'll bring this up again. Hogan bum rushes all of them and throws them all out. Instead of saying...
It's Bad News Brown.
Yeah.
Savage is getting over
it is. Yes, I'm sorry. He bum rushes Brown.
Takes out Warlord, and then he takes out Brown and Savage at the same time. And Savage the ring so quick.
Like, do you not think it would have been easier for Hogan to just pick Brown up and then clothesline him out, rather than just going, I'll just see what happens?
Your Honour, I'd just like to point to Exhibit A. No partners, 30 opponents.
We got a Hogan defender over here.
Oh, no, fucking steady on there. His head was in my
First
stream.
instance, though, of Hogan being an absolute piece of shit in the Rumble. It's the one time that he really does show, like that the Hogan character can be a dick.
He was like,
Now,
just go to the back, brother, go to the back. And then fucking Elizabeth skids in, entrant number 37.
I'll point out that actually Hogan, okay, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't actually do anything wrong. Technically, didn't do anything wrong. He eliminated people from the Rumble, and he does it again to someone else in the next one, and again and someone in the next one, and then
what he does after he gets eliminated, that's the gnarly shit.
yeah,
That in a bit, but that's the sort of totally
exactly
out of character. So heelish, it's unreal.
Also, he throws them out. He throws Savage out, and Savage is the first one to offer the handshake too.
Yeah.
Class act.
Oh, you sneaky son of a bitch. You better shake my hand, Hogan. Ooh.
I know, it's like Savage gets in his face like really bad, like right like this, and then he goes, "Okay, I'm sorry."
Fucking hell.
Yeah, after that whole thing happens, Bossman with Slick.
Yeah.
And then again, to prove that wrestling is fake, who's next?
It's definitely not a king.
One man gang. One man gang.
It's one man gang. I like it. Akeem.
One man gang after his sensitivity training.
and then just like
because the music says so, but you know he's learned tolerance. He's left that gang life behind.
And then the thing is Akeem and Bossman, they just unceremoniously just dump out Hogan.
Yep.
There's no screwiness, which I was shocked at, actually. I thought he's going to get a rake in the eyes, he's going to get a hit from behind the chair or something, and he's going to go. But no, they just you're showing off now.
I know. Loving life.
But yeah, Hogan just
try and give Hogan a picture perfect pile driver.
Oh my god, it was fucking arousing. It was so
beautiful.
good.
It was beautiful. How much trust must Hogan have in him to take that?
He didn't. He went, brother, and it was too late. Jack Turner had already taken over the body of Big Boss Man and fucking drilled him.
Yeah, and then Hogan. That's it. Hogan's out.
Slipped off that rope.
If I'm being totally honest, lads, Hogan went, and this match died. Oh, there's Beaver.
Leslie, yes.
Bam, 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 bam. Do, 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 do. Do you like my pants?
But again, talking about Hogan's shithousery during Rumbles, he gets eliminated and then pulls Bossman out under the bottom rope.
Yeah.
The outside.
Come here, Jack Turner. Fucking starts braining his head off at post.
Let's say he's getting back in. It's like, no, mate, it don't work that way.
Yeah, ref's like, no, Hogan. You're like, what do you mean, brother? Oh, I better go. Well, let me grab this fucking dude as well and give him a sling. Jesus.
He doesn't pull him under the rope. He eliminates the Big Boss Man. He pulls him out.
Yeah, it's a top rope pulling it as he goes off.
Yeah. The same thing that he did with Sid in a couple of years. He did it to the Boss Man as well.
Are you giving me spoilers here, Bobby?
Prick. Yes.
So yeah, but who out of the last 10? Yeah, you're right. What big names are there in the last 10? Really? I mean, obviously there's your generic, like Warlord, Big John Studs.
You've got Brutus at 24, who I'm shocked didn't come in earlier so he could have a spot with his best buddy, Hulk Hogan.
His best buddy, Hercules.
And then 25, you've got the Red Rooster, who was probably the worst gimmick I've ever heard in my life. Terry Taylor. Don't tell me you've got
young Nash loved Red Rooster.
Don't tell me you've got Terry Taylor. I'm waiting for it.
No, bro. I've not got customs, but Red Rooster, when I was younger, I was like, Mum, look at that man's hair. He means business. My mum just took me out of video shop, went, go and watch your films.
Yeah, and then 26 is Barbarian.
Lad.
27 is Big John Studd. Who fucking cares? 28 Hercules. I mean, I'll just say it. 28 Hercules, 29 Rick Martel, and number 30 is Ted DiBiase. So go ahead.
Money, 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 money.
Weird that the end of this Rumble, because you went 27, Big John Studd, who fucking cares? Which is exactly how I felt when he fucking won.
Spoilers. So if you're watching this or listening to this, you can now end the podcast. I've been Wing Commander Nash. Thank you for joining us this brief moment. I'm holding $1 Million Man in my hand right now. Everybody's got a price.
It's Rumble.
See, the thing is, I agree with that. I think the thing is, when Hogan goes and Savage is gone, it's like the last 10, maybe 7 or 8, actually. It's dead. It's like no one cares. There's like the star power until DiBiase comes out at the end. There's non-existent. It reverts back to last year.
Yeah.
In terms of quality.
Okay, so what stories came from the Rumble, the first Rumble? What stories followed leading up to this Rumble? Were there any actions? Because obviously back then, there was less pay-per-views than there is now. So whatever they pulled into this one to roll into WrestleMania, etc., and pull off from that, were there any stories
the Mega Powers was the big one, wasn't it?
That was it, yeah.
Did Andre fight Jake at Mania 5? Was there any?
Yes. Say again.
Alice came to the ring with him, and
yes, he did.
That was literally the end of that, and that was the end of that feud.
The
fucking Alice Cooper ruining
in terms of last year's Rumble, I feel like it wasn't mentioned once.
What, Alice Cooper at the Rumble?
No, the 1988 Rumble. I feel like they didn't mention it.
No.
Like it was like.
And Duggan's not in this either. Why is Duggan's
not in it?
He was busy at start of match. He clocked off after that.
Match.
Bad News Alan told him it was only a one-trick game.
He had a tag match with the Hart Foundation at the start.
He did. Came out with his bow.
I think this is the thing that annoys me. You've got people in this match like the Red Rooster, Barbarian, Bad News Brown. You know, but I'm talking about quality. But then you don't have Brett. You don't have Neidhart. You don't have Duggan.
Yeah, but from a promotion side of things, surely if you had all the top stars all the time, where do your new stars or the people you try to do stuff, where do they get their time to shine? You can't just. It's like when Taker lost. Like, oh my God, the streak is over, and then they progressively tried to kill him with Goldberg, and I was like, stop it, he's already dead, leave him alone, just let him come out occasionally to rolling, and we'll all be happy. And bringing John Cena in with his balding patch, why are we doing this to us? He was the doctor of thugonomics, not the doctor of wide portfolios and pensions. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you need to have other stars in, because there might be someone who goes, I still like him, I hope he still does it, rather than going, right, we've had all hard hitters, who's going to win out of all the hard hitters and be the biggest hard hitter in there, Bobby? Tell you something, Bob, you run promotion. Fuck it. It's terrifying, lad. Terrifying. I don't know how you're going to pay wrestlers, because you'll be having all top lads. Yeah. What about us bottom feeders? What about us that brings everybody at show for you? And you're like, sorry, pal, you're not starry enough to be in my Rumble. Fuck off.
I'm not booking you for a start.
Yeah, good. Because I fucking ruin your raffle deliberately. And I do a fucking skin the catwit ticket.
You're not the one who fucking throws the tickets. Ace does.
I think you'll find it was a joint collaboration at the last show.
JC
took over.
JC was
legit. Bucket. Fuck off.
JC was legit annoyed.
I know. When he said to me, he went, no raffle, you've got things to do in the Rumble. And I went, right.
But yeah, I mean, you're winding it down. People are getting thrown out here and there, and then it's down to Studd and DiBiase, and Virgil's trying to get in there, and then Studd just kind of wins.
Yeah.
He just throws him out.
First of all, it's actually the final 3 is Akeem, DiBiase.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
DiBiase just stands there directing traffic. I like that. I like that because DiBiase, he was always the thinking man's wrestler.
Yeah.
You know, smarter than everyone else, and it was great. And then obviously fucking Studd pulls him in, fucking causes the confusion, eliminates fucking Akeem with the weakest clothesline over the fucking top rope ever. Like, he might as well have just like slapped him around the back of the head like that, and he just like falls out. And then DiBiase shits his pants.
Begs it off.
And then Virgil gets in because he's entry number 46. Still fucking body slams everyone and wins.
Do you know what stands out to me is
Damien.
how does Ted DiBiase get eliminated from most things, or when he goes over the top rope, how does he do it? He goes backwards.
Yeah.
And makes a massive big song and dance about it. But in this, he didn't do that. So he's probably couldn't give a shit about this. He didn't want to put Big John Studd over that way.
You getting serious with it? Like there's some backstage beef.
That's what I'm doing, man. That's what we're doing. Got to keep it interesting, man. Can't all be showing our Hasbros, you know.
Listen, DJ's trying to talk.
The top rope at one point, pulls him out, fucking choke slams him into the top turnbuckle. A fucking beast of a move. See Braun Strowman just choke slamming people into the top rope, fucking. But anyway, fuck this Rumble. Let's like I need to make a point here, right?
Go for it.
What I will say is the ending of this Rumble shit.
Yeah.
What we said before, the whole thing with Savage and Hogan, that should have been the end. Because that's the story going into Mania. Everyone is talking about, yeah, this is it. WrestleMania 5, they're going to go at it for the belt. So, to me, I can't believe these words are about to come out of my fucking mouth. But Hogan should have won that Rumble. Hogan should have won that Rumble, and then and from there on, you've got the legitimate claim that the Rumble winner should face the champ at Mania.
I'm so happy you said this, because I think we can do this now. Like, because we did Nash, we do this thing where we have three things to wrap up. We have we rank it. Obviously, we've only got one to compare it to. Second is who's the MVP of the match. So who had the best performance, who carried it basically, and then 3, did the right person win, and if not, who should have won. That's what we do. So in terms of what you've just said, DJ King, give me yours. We'll rank it at the end, but give me the other 2.
My MVP of this, Virgil.
Yes, something on my wavelength.
It's a fucking pasting off Big John Studd at the end. No reason whatsoever. And it literally stood to the fucking match. There's no point in this carrying on, but he does. So yeah, Virgil. It was better than the first one, marginally.
Ooh.
Because I think real MVP, I don't really think there is one in this match. Because nobody really shines. Like the way we said that Jake shined in the first one, nobody shines in this one like that other than maybe Hogan and Savage a little bit. But that's all about the mega powers imploding, and that's its own thing. It's nothing to do with the Rumble.
Yeah.
They could have literally had a tag team match against Bossman and Akeem earlier on in the night and done the exact same thing. And then, so yeah, I'd say it was marginally better, but that was more because of better commentary team, 30 guys rather than 20 guys. It was a little bit more, so yeah. And MVP... No, hang on, yeah, so MVP... And yeah, and the real winner, yeah, sadly, should have been Hogan.
So I'll just quickly, because I agree with all of that. My MVP of the match was Hogan. I think the Savage coming out was good. It brought it up a level, but I think when Hogan came out, it just went even. We can talk about Terry Bollea all we want, but like Hulk Hogan in this match was really good, and yeah. Hogan should have won for all the reasons that you said, but if he wasn't going to, DiBiase should have won this match. If you're going to do the whole spot of eliminating them and getting them out, and then you've got the last ones, DiBiase should have won this.
I think as much as like we all revere DiBiase, he was not treated the way he should have been treated in that company at certain times. There was so many opportunities to make him the guy. Have so many fit baby faces chasing that title with DiBiase holding it. DiBiase having Andre as his heater, having Virgil as his heater. You had guys to get through to get to DiBiase, and the storm there, they just never pulled the trigger on it. And I always think that's a big fucking shame.
We could have completely got rid of WrestleMania 4's tournament and just had DiBiase versus. I mean, it would have been Hogan, not Savage. Or would you? I don't know. That's a fantasy booking, but
I mean, I think DiBiase Hogan could have been a marquee match if it had been done right.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. He never gave DiBiase the real time to be the guy, and it's I don't know. It's a very big missed opportunity, in my opinion.
Nick.
Yeah, I agree. I said it in the messages. DiBiase should have won for me. Would have been just seeing the heel win would have been like a bit of a shock moment. There's ways around it. They could have protected John. Get Virgil involved. Just have it 2-on-1 for the last 5 minutes. It works. I'm going to say Gorilla Monsoon or Jesse Ventura as my MVP.
Yeah, they were good. They were really good.
All right.
Nash?
Yes.
MVP for the match for you?
Damien the Snake.
I've got to write these down, by the way, so you
have.
On his own.
Yeah, look, you know what I mean? Nobody else threw his ass out of that ring. Damien did. And he didn't kick up a fuss. Got shit entrance as well.
And who should have won?
Bad news, Alan. No. I actually quite like the fact that Big John Studd got it. And you know the reason why I say that? Is because he was also DLC in the last game. And I went, why is Big John Studd in it as a DLC character in this game? Or an unlockable, sorry. I was well thrown off by that. So because he was on the game, I'll give it to old Big. Do you know what I mean? He's big. He's a stud. He's just flashed up on my screen. He looks like he's eyeballing a pie. That's all I can say.
He looks like the most World of Sport wrestler I've ever seen.
Do you know what I mean? I bet he worked out Pit. I just love old school wrestlers. Just some of them look like they could legitimately be your dad, and some of them look like they'd probably hurt you for 20 quid. You know what I mean? It's a thin line. Not like today's superstars where it's all glamour and HD. Just give me a bit of Vaseline in my eyes and let me enjoy two big lads beating each other up. Also, Bobby, if there was
the English equivalent of Big E asking for big meaty men slapping.
I want two men, Vaseline in my eyes, and just let them go at it. Bobby, were you saying that it wasn't as star-studded as it should have been? There wasn't enough hitters. Is it because they used 20 of the good ones and went, we've got 10 spots for shit asses, let's bring them in and we'll slowly get the crowd used to 30?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because, I mean, Duggan, the Hart Foundation, the Rougeaus, Dino Bravo, I mean, none of them were in it.
So would you rather have had them not in a match and have all the lesser-liked people in the singles and tag matches and then a rumble full of hard hitters?
It's 1989. Who gives a shit? Yeah.
You do, because I know you're not going to sleep tonight going, yeah, Nash was fucking right. No. Get everybody else in the rumble and let Bad News Alan and Damien have the last man standing. You know what I mean? I see where you're going.
Go on, Nick.
I just thought that 6-man tag sounds like the most fucking Canadian match I've ever hit on. Pushing Dino Bravo versus the Hart Foundation and Team Canada member Jim Duggan.
See, you're missing all this primetime gold, Bob. You just fixated on having hitters after hitters. I want to watch the next show, see how much you shit on the next Rumble. And like, well, it didn't have the hitter scale wasn't quite hitting.
No, I've got the next one as my most underrated, I think.
Have you?
The next one's going to fuel my piss, unfortunately, because of if you know who was meant to win it, and apparently that didn't work for me, brother.
No spoilers, no spoilers.
Don't you fucking say that 40 minutes into this. You went, by the way, winner. Oh, nice one, Nobby.
I'm under the impression that if somebody watches this show, they've already seen it.
You don't know. I didn't fucking watch this until today. All right. All new to me, bub. Somebody shows me something new, I forget something old. I won't know who the fuck I am in the morning. It's your fault.
So are we saying this was better than 88?
Oh, by a mile. Yeah. By a mile.
I'm going to watch 88 and I'll text you my response.
Yeah, because it could be. It's 2 against 1 here. If I had to watch either again, I'd watch 88 over watching this one. Okay.
See, the big pops from the crowd are better in 88, like Jake and Duggan, But the story and the stars in this one were better, which I think it's better than 88.
What you're saying is it more The Last Jedi and not Force Awakens? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Gone right over my head. That song. Is that a Star Trek film?
Yeah, it's a Harry Potter actually.
No, I'm only joking. I do know what you mean, but I don't know it that deep. Sorry. Yes.
There was a few bits in this though where people just like interacting. I think somebody Irish ripped. I can't remember. Somebody Irish ripped somebody into Perfect. Perfect was kind of, they bounced off him and he just kept walking. And they're still getting used to kind of how to maneuver around the ring and looking out for other people. And there's like debris flying everywhere in places.
Shawn Michaels took a back body drop and I went, naughty bastard. There's somebody stood right next to him.
Yeah, there was a distinct lack of bare feet in people's mouths in this match.
Yeah, Dobby.
Give us that one, Dobby.
You know, some Patreon purchaser of tickets at True Grit yelled Dobby and then waved at me, and I was like, "You've seen me twice in 7 days, you wild man."
As much as fun as this is, my battery is about to die, and I cannot reach a charger without moving this camera. So I think we need to wrap it.
Right, GJ. Before we wrap it up though, but you've got a show on the 1st of Feb, so I want to get that plugged.
I mean, this one, yeah. Stop Larry, you twat.
This show's over 18. You can't come to see this. It's all blood.
Yeah, Infamous presents Stand Your Ground and Fight, February 1st at the Runcorn Masonic Hall. We've got Kid Like Us, we've got Alton Thorne, we've got Isaac North, we've got Lance Rivera, we've got a 5-on-5 elevator eliminator. What is it? Oh, fuck, who knows? You'll have to come and find out. Tickets available on Eventbrite, probably on the door as well. Get your asses down to Runcorn. Come see a fantastic show. Or to Bobby.
Yeah, well, myself and Wing Commander Nash apparently will be in
Fucking hell, Bob, sell it with some excitement, love.
Hey, you do it. You're the plug. You're
on the 1st of February, York Millthorpe School, True Grit presents a show. I'm not on the poster. The probably starts at 6. I may be there, I may not. The only way to find out is sign up to True Grit Patreon on the Patreon website. Also, if you're too busy to be coming all the way to York, you can go see Infamous live in Runcorn. I've been Wing Commander Nash. DJ King's battery's about to die.
Yes, February the 1st, Millthorpe School in York. True Grit, Gold Rush, Brady Phillips versus Kemper. Plus, Wes Inserico will be there from Gladiators. Plus, loads more. Plus,
Wing Commander Nash.
Plus, Wing Commander Nash.
Charismatic motherfucker on the show.
Do you know what I mean? All right, and coming up next, I think this Royal Rumble was quite lackluster with star power. I've been Bobby Cash, and here's your change.
Well, you know, you're the only man in BritWres who gets paid to do a raffle. So
listen, work smarter, not harder.
Well, on that note, boys, I think we should wrap this up.
I just want to shout out as well, True Grit. We've got Riley Nova versus Billy O'Keefe, which was announced today, which will be an awesome match. So I'm quickly just checking in, Bobby. Is this not the show where it's Act 2 versus Skinner and Vice?
It fucking well is, my friend. Act 2 versus Skinner and Vice. Going to be an absolute banger of a tag team match, that one.
Nice, very nice.
Either show, you cannot go wrong. Go check them out. Go watch one and go watch the other one on some sort of form of social media or
some dude in front row recording it.
Jeebus will make a highlight video with when he's up, so it'll be sound.
He needs double charging, that lad.
I know, yeah, Jeebus. Look down the camera now, DJ King. Yeah, Jeebus, where are you gonna go? Where's your loyalty lay?
You now, Jeebus. Who's filming you now, bastard?
So, on that note, Jeeves, I'm sorry. But yeah, obviously this has been Royally Rumbled 2 1989. Mr. Nash, thank you so much for joining us, dude.
Thanks for having me,
and basically allowing me just not to have to go a whole episode and not say much. So thank you for that.
Sorry.
Sorry. No.
I will say that my wife did text us and said, "Bobby, you've been talking for 50 minutes. Is anyone else on that show?" So that's me done. No, I'm retiring.
Oh.
But Mr. Cash, thank you so much.
Well,
DJ, before your battery goes, thank you so much as well. We will be back hopefully in a couple of weeks. We're going to try and do these if we can, sort of fortnightly. And 1990 next. So we will see how good that is, and if that is below, in the middle, or I've got a feeling they're just gradually going to kind of get better until we get to 92, and then it might go down again and then back up again. But
cynical people just enjoy wrestling. Stop reading into it.
With any of the other 90s ones, to be fair, 92 it's gold, really is.
Yeah, but is it 2000? You know what I mean?
it's better than 2000. The main event is. Right, we'll get to that when we get to it. But the Rumble itself in 2000 isn't that good. The main event is awesome. The Rumble itself is mediocre.
Let's go before King blows a gasket.
The best thing about the 2000
everyone
Rumble,
wave. Everyone wave and say bye.
Bye, everybody. See you later. Hasta la vista.
Bye, everybody.
I've got some water.